Thank you for checking out the Engagement Tracker prototype. The intent of the Engagement Tracker is to provide a way to create awareness of how you are engaged with a particular situation and to show the range of possibilities you can create for any situation. This can be used by people who are already familiar with the levels of engagement concepts and by those for whom it is completely new. This is a prototype, and its purpose is to test concepts and user experience. So please provide feedback. The more the better. So what does success look like? And what are the steps to get there? The answers to those questions are in some ways unique for every individual. In fact, it can be surprisingly difficult to define what success looks like. What are your criteria? Are they based on financial conditions, achievements, job or social status, or relationships, or an overall sense of abundance? In fact, success can be found in our values. When we are living in total alignment with our values, we feel successful. The success mindset is characterized by us being able to tap into our abilities, feel empowered and empower others, see many perspectives, discover more options for situations, create more successful outcomes more often, and take action confidently and without fear. Just as stress is a neurophysiologic response, a success response comprises neurophysiologic activities which allow us to take in lots of information, consider complex situations, make decisions in the face of uncertainty or ambiguity, think creatively, and take action confidently and without fear. This contrasts with the stress response, which is an instantaneous, black or white, make a decision now with minimal information type of response. Principal among the mediators of a success response is dopamine. Recent studies have shown that neurons in the brain that release dopamine are activated when we are facing ambiguous or uncertain situations that require the higher centers of our brain for complex thinking. Interestingly, many activities in which we engage to feel better stimulate dopamine release in our brain. These include healthful activities such as exercise, meditation, and listening to music. But it also includes many instant gratification behaviors that we may choose when we feel stressed, such as binge eating, certain stimulants, and addictive behaviors. These can provide a short burst in dopamine, but then lead to dopamine depletion, leaving us craving more. It really is our perception of a situation that determines whether or not it triggers a stress response or a success response in us. This includes self-perception and our perception of others in the world around us. We can't change what happens, in most cases, but we can change our perception of what happens. This starts by exploring multiple ways in which we can perceive the same situation. That's a highly valuable way to use the engagement tracker. For example, think of a situation in which you feel pressure for you or your team to meet a deadline. Press the button for level 3. What thought, emotion, and behavior that you see here apply to this situation? Also, who else is in this situation? How do they relate to the source of your stress? Now, press 4 to go to the next higher level. In this same situation, how might you be of help to fix this situation or make it better? Again, look at the thoughts, emotion, and behaviors here and pick which ones apply to this situation for you. Now, press 5 to go to the next higher level. What thought, emotion, and behavior here apply to the situation? Importantly, instead of trying to fix the situation according to what you know, how can you get additional perspectives where other solutions might lie? This is where empowerment and collaboration happen, and it is the beginning of the success response. You can keep going through successively higher levels and play with how you could see the same situation from each of these perspectives. It really is possible, and it can be eye-opening. You may find this to be challenging, which is completely normal. You can reach out to me to learn more about how to discover more options for yourself in a variety of situations. A success response can feel so much better and be much more productive than habitually reacting with a stress response.